Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natarsha Garcia, if you don't know that, and I'm playing my new hit single, Best Life. I'm so proud of this. Again, wanting to inspire my audience, inspire you to live your best life. And today, we're gonna talk about the difference between private training and group training. This is for my clients and people who are just visiting my page to understand the difference between the two. I get a lot of people who want to do private training. And let me tell you something about myself. I'm a VIP girl, so I like to do stuff by myself. I don't really like to do stuff in groups, but there's so much to learn being in a group that I tell people all the time. Don't just train privately. When you train privately, you do learn. It's amazing. You get really comfortable with your coach, which is good and sometimes not the best, because you get used to one person, working with that person, only getting critiques from that person. So then when you go somewhere else, if someone says something different than that person, you're like, that's not what my coach said. That's not what this person told me. And it doesn't matter. I always tell my clients, whoever you're in front of at the time is right. Yeah, whoever you're in front of at the time is right. So if a coach told you to do something one way and you get in front of a director and they go, I don't want you to do it that way, the worst thing you could say is, well, my coach told me. It doesn't matter. You say to the director, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, I'll make the adjustment. Okay, that's on the private side. Group training. Oh my God. The first thing that happens at our school anyway is when kids come into our group training and our adults, they're like, oh my God, these people are good. Yeah, you find out that you're not the best thing and the best tool in the tool shed. You find out that there's other people that are just as good and sometimes better. And it's an eye-opening experience where you're like, oh, I gotta step it up because this person is really good and this person is really good. I love that. I love when people experience that. Let me tell you a quick story. My son, who's an entertainer, went to Berklee College of Music, and Berklee College of Music in Boston, they bring in the best from everywhere, right? So you may live in a small town, and in your town, you may be the best. At your high school, maybe you're in the top 10 of the best. Guess what? When you go to Berklee, everyone's the best. And now you're like, oh my God. So I like my clients to experience that before going to college or before getting on a set and realizing it's really not about me. So group classes help you, number one, with being competitive, not competitive where it's like jealousy, but like healthy competition to say, oh, okay, I need to up my game. Group classes also let you know what's going on in the industry. Now you may see people that may be auditioning for the same roles you are, and you see, oh wow, okay, I see how they're working, and you can make adjustment. Group classes also gives you a community. It gives you people that you can talk to, grow with, become famous with, or not, but people that you can have a relationship with over time. And that's so important. At our school, people meet, year one, and they're still really good friends 7 years later, 10 years later, still keeping up with each other as this one is booking and that one's booking. You end up on sets together and all kinds of stuff. But when you're privately training, you're almost like not a part of the community. No one even knows that you exist. And then also when you're in group classes, you find out what's going on in the industry. Someone in your class may be on a show or auditioning for something. It just happened at our school the other day. Our teacher had a part and they were looking for a younger person to play him. And he's like, oh, well, there's two guys in our class that I think would be great for that. So those two guys got a chance to audition. They would have never known about that project if they weren't in a group class. So group classes are important. Now here, if you want to do both, now that's clutch. That's the way you do it. You have your private coach for the times that you have auditions or you just want to work one-on-one with someone. And then you're in your group classes so that you can stay in the community and grow and develop, and it all works together. So I say group, private, together. Not one without the other. If you're in group classes and you're auditioning for TV and film, every time you have an audition, you need to coach privately. Yeah, every time you have an audition, you need to coach privately. Why? Because if you don't, everyone else is. And you're not going to be able to make the right decisions or know how to do it. You only have your thoughts, your frame of reference. When you get with a coach, they open your mind up and say, hey, did you think about this way? Or let's try it this way. And it's always good to have another set of eyes looking at your work. All right. So Coach Natasha says, both together.